Is that how I have to do it? I just have to be nice to her? So this is the mission that nobody ever thinks about.
We are one with the shadows.
And that's just because Talis makes it so easy for us that there's no problems. You're right, she isn't that annoying. I think she's a fairly good and useful addition to the Daylon.
Zeratul, the planet's core pressure is rising. This counter will keep you aware of the current seismic pressure. Be prepared to move out. I expect a fissure will erupt shortly.
Well, thank you, Talis. I can't believe that you managed to make this monitor so quickly. Honestly, that's pretty darn impressive. You've done a really good job for us. I'm going to make a robo just for you, Talis. So the composition being anti-air plus robo is going to be a little bit rough, because they do sound like carriers. I think that anti-air plus robo is going to be Sentry Stalker Immortal for the most part, because I don't think the Colossus is going to be very good here. You are right, Talis is very good when you're playing Phoenix. She is pretty darn sweet in that circumstance. Her Adept Glaives are very powerful. By far and away the best of the AI heroes with Prestige 0. So you know what? Talis has a lot going for her. She's great. Oh, we gotta keep these shields up. And thank you for telling me about those fissures, Talis. And then I'm gonna need to get my upgrades. 111 sounds like a lot of fun. Telek44 subscribing with Prime, thank you so much. We haven't lost a single unit yet, which is good. Probably means that the scouting information of Talis was perfect and allowed us to react accordingly to the threats at hand. What a good person. You don't understand this challenge? I mean, yeah, obviously not, because I'm just doing what I normally do. I have so much respect and admiration for Talis, after all. You're trying to figure out if adepts were invented before or after Purifier Tech? Well, Talis is an adept. We get to see her later in the campaign. And she is most definitely an adept, and this is before that, so it makes perfect sense to me that Talis may have been the first. She's the matriarch of the adepts. Oh, we got on top of those before. Ah, they killed the sentry. So this next part's going to be really hard. Grabbing this gas. I don't know how good the defenders are there, but not being able to make zealots early on really, really sucks. Maybe I'll send the Void Ray first. Oh no. Well, if I can pull these alone, and then haha, surprise! That actually worked out very nicely. Alright, more gas. I gotta turn these into immortals.
Cold is the void.
And then I need to start thinking of ways to get the passive income of gas, because Robo, not having zealots available is going to be incredibly detrimental. I think that's the best way to say it.
Eruption imminent. Fissures are appearing here.
The Tal'Darim are mining these rock formations.
I think I need more immortals before I head over here.
Detecting a strong seismic reading in those locations. They must hide something of value.
Why are these prologue challenges so wacky, guys? The next one I have to repeat everything that Zeratul says. Oh, you guys. You're as hilarious as Talis is. Would Annihilators be helpful for anti? Yes, I would very much so like to have Annihilators in this mission, because I think they're going to attack me with carriers at some point, and then I'm going to die. And that's how it's going to go. Alright, let's get these forward. Then we're going to pull them away from the cannon. Do you think that, like, self-help motivational books for the Protoss are like, it's called a cannon, not a canton. You gotta believe in yourself and all. Because there's always those dumb word plays whenever people are trying to do self-help stuff.
Base is under attack.
Well, at least defense is pretty easy here when I have a bunch of extra minerals. Or, yeah, a bunch of extra minerals that I can't spend. I would like to see a Protoss self-help book. I'm going to try to get the next gas. Ooh, that's an Archon. Remember the time that the evil Eldara started morphing Archons and it was a big deal? Even though I'd have been doing that for years. Yeah, I do too. Oh, cooldown! How could you do that to me? So first let's get this so I can continue producing. On a scale from 1 to 10, how awesome is Talis? I'm offended that you only have the scale go up to 10, honestly. That's not appropriate. Okay, infinite gas. 3 at a time.
I am detecting another eruption. Fissure locations have been marked.
I don't know how you have such good map awareness, Talis. That's incredible. You must be Grandmaster. What a fantastic play. Really, Zeratul would have been helpless without you. And if Zeratul wasn't working and saving the world right here, then all of creation would have died. So honestly, I think it's very, very reasonable to say that Talis saved the universe here. Amon would have won without her interference. Okay, we're just gonna slowly pull these groups apart. Ooh. Almost lost the sentry. But then there was the sentry attacking it, so it was fine. Not the antimatter missiles. They're called antimatter missiles on the scouts, but I think they matter a lot. In fact, they're the only thing on the scout that does matter. Oh, jeez. This anti-air is very much so lacking.
We are one with the shadows. State that we. I am here in the shadows.
You're gonna unsub if I keep making dad jokes? Well, bye. It was nice seeing ya. But I actually have a condition where it's not physically possible to stop. Oh, we have a lot more to get. I'm not a dad, but I did work in childcare, which is very close to the same thing. It's just a natural thing that all males do as they work with children, is they start telling really, really dumb jokes. I don't know why, but we are definitely biologically wired to do it. Then again, I've been telling dad jokes since I was like 13, so maybe I am a dad and I just didn't know. And still don't know. No, let's not call me daddy. That's weird. And I don't like it. No. We don't do that here, we don't do that there, we don't do that anywhere.
I am detecting another eruption. Fissure locations have been marked.
This composition's not great, but it's also better than I thought it would be. I mean, it's really just kind of a not entirely normal PvP composition, but it's not abnormal for a Protoss versus Protoss composition. Oh, thank you, Talis, by the way. Sorry, she's just always so helpful that I'm starting to become numb to it. And that's bad. You always have to stay keenly aware and thank the people that help you. Childcare is all the fun of being a parent, but you get to give them back at the end. I mean, I'm just gonna give you some numbers here. Childcare has the highest turnover rate of any job, at least in Oregon, because it's so hard.
I am the voice of the eclipse. I am here in the shadows. It shall be.
I like it, but holy crap. I wouldn't say it's all upside. Oh no. This is what I was afraid of. The Immortals did their job great. It's hard and underpaid.
I am the voice
Yes.
of the eclipse. Cold is the void.
Okay.
A second vent has been discovered. Seismic readings indicate one more remains.
Should we call them Colossi or Wrathwalkers? I mean, they're Colossi. They don't shoot the Wrathwalker beam.
You require my. I am here. I return to serve.
$13 an hour is way better than you get in childcare, bud. I know that emergency medical services require a lot of qualifications, but we're still doing better. And I was in the city.
I am the voice. Cold is.
Especially, so, I'll stop talking about this in a second because it's completely unrelated to StarCraft, but one of the things that matters the most is what type of childcare you're doing. So if you are doing pre-K, pre-K actually pays pretty well because you're allowed 16 kids per adult, which is a pretty high ratio. However, when you're doing infant toddler childcare, you are, I think it's below 2 years old, every kid counts as 4 kids, which means you can only have 4 per person, and that's not very much. So there's just physically not able to make that much money because no one will pay enough to have their kid childcare did, because it would drive them bankrupt. It's a tough thing where the numbers just don't work out, but it's a necessary service. Okay, that was not a good blink, and somehow it worked out.
Additional fissures detected in these locations.
There we go, back to StarCraft. Can't wait for the YouTube comments on this one. It's gonna be like, what happened? Where did the StarCraft channel go? 2, 3. Pump out more Stalkers. Oh, thank you, Talis. She's so helpful. Oh, goodness, a carrier. Yep, that's a 2-2 carrier, making my life miserable. Fighting through the final base is going to be so hard.
I am the voice of the eclipse. I am.
Oy, oy, oy. I need to not lose any units here.
I am here in the shadows.
I'm really scared of that Immortal. I'm going to blink on top of it and try to take it down. I lost one Stalker.
I am the voice of the eclipse. We are one.
What other games do I have in mind for streaming purposes? I'm very excited in all the new RTSs that are in development. I don't really know about any other games, honestly, because my audience is a StarCraft audience in the end, or rather it's an RTS audience, and StarCraft is really the only popular RTS. I'm interested in seeing how Immortal turns out. I'm very interested in creating content for whatever Frost Giants, and if Dreamhaven decides to make an RTS. I think that all 3 of those people could make something incredibly cool that would be worth creating content for. I'm gonna take this base, and I don't know why. I don't really need the... I guess because this is gonna mine out eventually. Yeah, AoE 2 Definitive Edition is the only other popular RTS right now, and I'll be honest, I just don't like playing Age of Empires. I don't think it's that fun. You build like 180 workers, and then you just spam out units and kind of smash them against each other, and that's not my preferred game type. That is true, Photo Loss. Just making sure that I don't die to the rally is a good enough reason. Yeah, Age of Empires 2 is very slow. I think that can be good for gameplay. It's a dated game. In the same way that Brood War is. Though it has a very nice cover of paint now. A very, very nice one. But I never even bothered to finish Definitive Edition when it came out. Like, I played through a campaign and a half, and then I was just like, oh, it's so slow.
Additional fissures detected in these locations.
This could be the fight that kills me. It went okay. I lost a lot, but I didn't die. And I can grab from these fissures. Let's push up to this one now. Thank you, Talis. Being nice to Talis doesn't mean that I have to thank her for everything that she says ever. It's just being polite to her in general, you know? It's kind of disingenuous if you're just thanking someone always for everything they ever do, you know? Oh, you were thanking her. I thought you were reminding me too. Oh, hey, there's nothing guarding this one. That's good to know. Wonder if there's anything guarding that one. Probably. Well, now I'm really good on gas. And I need more minerals. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do Nova Covert Ops in the challenge format. I think there's a lot of room for creativity in Nova Covert Ops because there's so many dumb units. Like the Jumpy Firebat and the Invisible Reaper. Those are two of my favorites. I brought this up a lot, but every time I do, there's a good number of people who have no idea. Did you know that one of the upgrades in Nova Covert Ops gives permanent cloaking to the Reaper? Like, it turns it into a Reaper Dark Templar. It's insane. And nobody uses it.
I return to serve. Mineral feeding depleted.
Yeah, there's the multi-fire on the BCs, which makes the BC worse than it normally is. That's a cool one. Sorry I'm being so slow on this mission, by the way. It's pretty hard to play PvP without either A, Disruptors, B, Void Rays and Carriers, or C, Zealots. I can definitely say that the difficulty here is not the challenge, because, I mean, it's my natural inclination to be nice to Talis anyway. Instead, it is the composition.
Shall be disappointed.
What part of the multi-fire BCs makes it bad? They do less single-target DPS. So when you're trying to kill one scary target, like the Xanthos or something, it just does way less damage. What did Talis say? Can I look? Oh, he shall be disappointed. Wow, that was a good one-liner, Talis. I think that everyone generally thinks that Legacy of the Void is filled with a little too many one-liners. But Talis, you really nailed it. And you were the first. There haven't been Artanis and Karax one-liners yet, so you're a trendsetter. Thank you so much. Everyone else just copies Talis, you know? Because she's so cool and hip.
Zeratul, I am detecting another eruption. Fissure locations have been marked.
Incredible, Talis, that off of the very small amount of information, such as the planet going, you were able to figure out there's another eruption. I'm absolutely in awe, and I thank you for your hard work. Am I getting sarcastic? I don't mean to be getting sarcastic, but I think I am. I'm gonna have to pay attention to what I'm being nice to Talis with. Sorry, it's my natural inclination to be a sarcastic jerk. Well, my supply's getting up there. My money is being spent in a fairly balanced amount. It's not passive-aggressive. I'm not being aggressive. I mean no ill will towards her. I'm just not very socially competent sometimes. You know? We've all been there. We've all said dumb stuff when you're trying to be nice to someone that you have a crush on because she's cute and she has bouncing resonating glaives, you know? And then you got like sweaty palms and stuff and you're just like, I like your eruptions. And she's just like, what? You know, we've all been there. Okay, I'm trying my best. When you're the nerd and she's the cheerleading captain.
I am here in the shadows.
Okay, I'm gonna get the last geyser. Oh yeah, this geyser's insane. I forgot about this. There's a carrier, multiple immortals, and death. Probably should not have blinked into that. Oh no! I thought it was dead! It was one shot away. Oh my goodness. Okay, these blink there, kill that, and then these kill this.
The Void Seeker is now extracting best beam from
How much stuff is there here? Oh, and my natural is under attack. No, 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 no. This is bad. That's all my workers. Oh no. I don't know how they managed to slip by me like that. So the cannons are going to have to do their thing while we bide time for this. Try to kite the guys into the cannons. Carrier's out of energy, or out of interceptors. Okay, we got it. Well, I'm gonna have to build up for a bit now. I really, really flubbed that. I have 2 bases, though. Are you guys talking about why the Sentry has a shield restore ability? I think part of it is also because it's not just because Blizzard doesn't trust people to cast spells, but also because they needed a way to differentiate the Sentry from the Energizer and the Havoc. And I don't think Guardian Shield on its own would have been enough of an ability to differentiate. But it's also because of the spellcasting thing. Absolutely. And they're right. Because I very rarely would cast spells in the campaign. Until recently. Even now, I often just avoid using spellcasters in the campaign because it's too much of a pain. Because I think the design they were going for on the Sentry was that they all had an ability worth activating and an ability that was auto-cast. So there's the laser sight. Hey, get back here. Whoa. Nope, 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 nope. I'm actually running out of Stalkers. This is getting bad. I'm absolutely getting grinded down by the AI, and I'm not sure what to do. Do these have force field? They do. I mean, I guess I'm making sentries for now. A lot of sentries, because I have to make robotic units. And I don't think that Archons count as anti-air, nor do Templar. So... yeah, they do have force field. Which would be more useful if there weren't Colossus everywhere. So this is the last area. I'm going to create a little defensive bastion over here. So Archons can attack air, but I don't think that they qualify as anti-air when I have robotic anti-air available. It just seems a little bit against the spirit of the challenge. So instead, I think I'm going to make about 80 supply worth of sentries for my final fight. And I don't really have anything. I'm really concerned. That's so much money for sentries, though. I'm gonna have to force field attackers away for this bit. I'm really bad at force fielding. It's probably the thing I'm worst at when I play Protoss. I can't wait to see the carriers at the end just melt through 87 sentries. It's gonna hurt. I do hope that my favorite waifu Talis, though, has some really good information about the location of sentries.
Another breach is occurring.
Well, thank you, Talis. You're so timely and helpful. Oh, there they are. I'm gonna have to force field away this army, guys. Oh my gosh, this army is insane.
Our forces are closing
Okay.
on the temple. We should gather our warriors and strike as one.
I do have Guardian Shield, I just forget to use it because that's another thing I'm really bad at. I've always been bad with spellcasters because, I don't know, I'm bad. So these are about to erupt. My money is starting to go up, which is nice. I still need more stuff. One of the problems is I think they're at like 333 now. Maybe it's just 222. Oh. What stingy geysers? Is this planet running out of Terrazine? Or Vespine or whatever? I'm pretty good with High Templar. I don't think that I'm very good with High Templar, but I appreciate the compliment. I can't recognize my favorite use for the High Templar is making them into Archons. I think that's the proper way to explain it. I'll be honest, one of the reasons that I'm so anti-disruptor, like, I also think that it's a bad unit design, but one of the reasons that I'm so against it is because I suck at using it. I much prefer the Colossus. I'm much better at, like, regular pullback micro, stutter stepping, having my guys in the correct position than I am about lobbing my disruptor orbs. Let's try to make some magic happen. Oh, I can't make anything now. So that looks like an attack wave. I'm going to try to pull part of it. Just keep pushing.
I am here in the shadows.
Warriors, fight with all you have, and the temple will be ours.
Here, here, to glorious battle!
Okay. Kill the carriers because they mess up the targeting. Kill the void rays because they mess up my unit's life total. Pull back. Oh, more voids. Hey, Stargate's offline. Good, good, good. Got it.
Eruption imminent. Fissures are appearing here.
The Temple of Eris.